Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is Krishna Priya. This is the Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It's Saturday, the 8th of February, 2025. And this is a very special webinar because it's an inaugural webinar.
Hello,
We're
everyone,
coming
and
to
welcome.
you,
This is Krishna Priya.
and I don't know why I can't still, 10 years later, I still can't figure out what you're probably do. But in any case, it's an inaugural webinar because we're coming to you now Jim's coming to you now from his new home. So welcome, Jim. Welcome and congratulations on your new home.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's good to be here.
It's good to have you here, but you have a special setup now. You're now in your office, and then you also have your living room as a second location, which is really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're multi-streaming now.
Yes, I'm multi-streaming. Somebody's coming in. Hi.
There's Will, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, welcome. So we have here today in our room, we've got Adriana, Christine, Yana, Jennifer, your living room, which is funny.
Yes.
Joan, Sierra, Susan, and Wendy are all here right now, and more people coming in. So
Excellent.
yeah, Angie has an announcement. What is your announcement, Angie? Angie from Jim's living room, coming to you live.
Live from Jim's living room. Just the only announcement is that we are welcoming Jim to his new place. Beautiful energy, blessings to this place, and all things going great. And we're going to be setting up some more classes. We've got some very great new guests coming, and so
Sorry. Go ahead.
we're very excited for that.
Okay, very good. I just wanted to say, without the help of Angie and Will, I would be way behind the 8 ball. They have really done a lot of work to help me get this home together. I'm happy. Angie's been here almost every day, and Will has been doing technical work for me, setting up computers and doing all kinds of things. But Angie finished the kitchen and the bathroom, and the living room was looking better, and all the technology is being set up. So I'm very appreciative to both of them. Thank you.
So I don't know, I haven't seen his house, but I did see Angie's house, and they're now neighbors, and those houses are so nice. They're just beautiful houses there. Yeah, so I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
On one level, and you're surrounded by friends, and
yes, it's cool. I love it.
So. Yeah, very cool. All right, so welcome to everyone in YouTube. I see Tay and Nathaniel, and more people coming in YouTube as well. I'm sure there's some others. I'm sure Metwally will be there in a moment. And so welcome to everyone. All right, let's see here. We should start with our blessings. Let's start with the blessings. We've got Yana and Susan, and I'm sure Wendy would want to do a blessing. I'm assuming. If you don't want to do one, say no. But we'll start with Yana, and then we'll go to Wendy and Susan. And did Will want to do a blessing? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. Okay, so we'll conclude with Will, and we'll start with Yana. How's that?
All right.
All right. Go ahead, Yana, whenever you're ready.
Okay, hi guys. This is the Arcturians. Staka artanoe ahanka ahanto tuite taitete arto tuesta tana akataite. Pento tu portomaite testo cortarta tane. Kente eite uho ohanka haitaaste ketarte nema a ia hakatante toto ene ahakatante o tarturto pana anka haitete mest orto mahaka naitutu. Blessings.
Dear friends, keep yourself in line and take care of your bodies as well as your mind, body, and spirits. You have all been such good leaders in this realm, but the time for great leadership is coming, and many of you will rise. So it will be a time when you will understand what it means to help the world in a greater way. And please Keep in mind that your humility will help you to rise higher.
Okay, Susan?
Oh.
Oh,
Thought you said
yeah.
Wendy.
Yeah, you had said Wendy first before me.
Oh, okay, well then do Wendy first and then Susan. I don't
Okay.
remember.
Okay, thanks. Hanyurun yahathi chikyurun yarapahayana ratuhiri chituhinama kakyurun yoruti hati in yohorapa in yeti chiktugrirama atan yot yiran yet yurup amme churun yira yo hat yurun Saranya. Blessings. Thank you.
Much light is pouring into your world, for it needs to pour in, for the darkness is getting greater. There is a great war going on in the spiritual realms, and although you cannot see it in one way, you can see it in many other ways within your world. Remember to keep your heart safe, keep your life in good order, and so that things will go better for you. Many blessings.
Ta si kaya tuya, hesi tu hi kaya titia, sikia yo tutia, hisia, hitu ya kia hikia, tututia ya titia sia, husaya ya kia tutu ya titia sia, kitia utsia ya kia, hisa kuta ya titia, usutu ya tia, hesi ta ya hita yo soya ya hiya, sia itia. Blessings.
Remember to pray for the whole world. Sending energy to the whole world is necessary. It is that many people are praying for the world, and as you pray for the world, it does help it. It turns away crime, it turns away hate and disruption. Please pray for the world, also for healing and for people to be safe.
Thank you. Okay. Will is up, but I think he went to Jim's room. Is that right? Okay.
I'll go over here.
Oh,
Hi.
hey, they can't see you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Suhututa hartana era. Saya arahana ea tuta. Saya akachuadara. Sihisuta artana hea. Dara arahana aska esha. Sikoro urahana. Tara takara hatasa hea. Nito horahatuataha. Nasahaya ka chara aratana hera. Sihikora ura. Sanahayar.
As the heart and being expand, you bring forth greater light to the world. As this light shines, others will see it and hope that they could be the same. This is how you draw people into the light of God, by showing what God is like and how God is shown to the world. You must also know that you are an energy unlike any other energy that is around. Your energy will also be significant in pulling people to the right directions and pulling things into the right way of being.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you so much.
Very good.
Okay. Yeah, we have quite some requests now. So let me go through them.
Yes.
Takur, the Hathors, Cynthia of the Syrians, Sally the Sasquatch of the Pacific Northwest. I did write Pacific Northwest, but I meant Pacific Northwest. Elijah, let's see, White Lions of Lyra, the 9D Collective, Mother Sophia, a Yael, if possible. And let me see if there's anyone else. From the YouTube chat, there's a request for Osiris or Osiris, however you say it. And Jesus, also request for Elijah. And god Shiva. And Ruth is in the chat, and she's also requesting Takur. And let's see. And Tay is requesting someone from the Clares, and then also Grindel. So there's a lot of requests now. There wasn't very many, and now it's just, oh, and someone else is requesting Source Creator
All right.
or an advocate on his behalf. Right.
All right.
It's Lena requesting that.
Very good. That's a lot of requests. So, all right, let's see.
Should I go through them again, or are you good?
I would probably be best if you go through them again.
Okay, right, no problem. I know it's a lot to take in. So, okay, Takur, the Hathors, Cynthia of the Syrians, Sally the Sasquatch, and the Pacific Northwest, Elijah, the White Lions of Lyra, the 90 Collective, Mother Sophia, a Yael being, and then Jesus, God Shiva. If I didn't say Elijah, I'm saying Elijah again. Another request for Takur, someone from the Clares, Grindel, Source Creator, and Lakrita is also another person. So of the Lakrita of the Positive Reptilians.
Oh,
So,
Lakrita. Okay.
okay, yes.
Very well. Let's see who comes through first. It's been a
Oh,
while.
Stephanie's iPhone is here.
What?
Stephanie's iPhone is here.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, we haven't had Stephanie in a while. Good to have her back. Okay. Oh, and I did announce everybody that was in the room. I did, didn't I? Yeah. Okay.
I think so.
Elga's also joined us since then, since we started. And Stephanie's iPhone is here.
Hello.
Maybe it's Stephanie, I'm not sure. Oh, good. You did come with your iPhone. That's great.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right,
well,
very good.
Okay, we'll see you in just a bit.
We'll see who comes. I think Elijah is coming first. Greetings, I am Elijah. I want to say to you, know that God is with you. Even if you feel that he has deserted you, he has not. These are days and times when they will make you believe things that aren't real. They will make you see things that really didn't happen. They will make you understand things that are less than understandable or more than understandable. You may not understand these things right at the moment, but you will in time. There are great things happening on this planet, and a great movement is coming. There is a mass of energy that will be dealing with many of these negative properties and many of these beings that cannot actually come into your realm. We are happy that you are with us. I am happy to say that you can share with us in every manner speakable. This message is about more keeping yourself in alignment with all that is with God and all that is with the Spirit of God. He is with you and is keeping you strong, because as you are tested, as you are challenged, he will be with you. He will keep you strong, move you through this. If there comes a time when you are falling or feel that you are less than, remember that God is always there, and he will tell you that he is with you and will raise you back up again. There is very little reason for you to doubt in God, for he has created all things. He is the power throughout the universe. He is all things to all people. And give him the chance to show you how strong and how vital he is in this realm at this time. It is different than it was before, for he is so much closer to you than he was before. He is trying to bring about a new membership for all who are with him, a new feeling of understanding, a new realm of thoughtfulness, compassion, and beauty. This realm is not full of those things, as you know, but we can be a part of what is positive in this realm. You can be a part of what shines in this realm. You can be a part of what is good and what is right in this realm. Keep that in mind as you move forward, as you rise up, as you do the things that you need to do and are one with each other. Remember to pray for the world, pray for all things, health, hatred, war. It is all relevant in this day and age. Keep yourself aware, but don't get lost in the negativity. Keep yourself aware, but don't get lost in the negativity. That is a very big issue today. Once people get in their thought processes about the world, they get lost and they get hopeless and they feel estranged from many things, but don't allow that to happen. This is a time for peace within yourself, within your friendships, within your memberships. Be kind to one another, love one another, care for one another, and reach out into the world when necessary to help the world in other ways as you see fit. Much love to you, my children. I'm sure that you understand this message. Today, the energies are strong, and they want to say many, many things. But when the energies are this strong, sometimes things get muddled and mixed up. So you have to understand how to deal with the energies that are coming to you. The Spirit of God, the Spirit of understanding, the Spirit of expansion, the Spirit of leadership, and all these things. You must put them in the right perspective. Go, keep doing this, and you will rise. Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. Thank you so much. There's only one comment that's relevant at this moment, but it's just from Tay, and she just says, I hope this positive change comes because some of us are very nervous.
Of course, that is what I was talking about. Do not get lost in that negativity, because the leadership now is different. It will change everything, yes, but you must stay positive. You must understand that what is going to happen will be a positive change eventually. It does not seem like it is now, but it will turn out in a positive way later. I know that some of you are afraid because of how these things are being manifested and how these things are being used against the people of the world, used against the population, etc. And yes, there is some room for concern there. But remember this, God is with you, and he will be your strength, and he will be your answer to all your questions. Do not be too nervous, but keep in mind that God will save you, God will keep you, and God knows who you are, and he will be with you always.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Yes, there's very strong energy right now. It's actually pushing at the surfaces of many of you. It's pushing at your thought process. It's pushing at the way you're doing things and how you're feeling things. And listen to God, because you will be able to get out of your nervousness, get out of your concern a little bit more, because God has things in control. It may not seem like it, but he does.
She said, thank you for that, because for the message of hope, because we've been feeling hopeless. So thank you.
There are many that are feeling hopeless right now, and it is because the leaders of the world are not always good people, and they are not always doing the right things. But remember, this is about you and your relationship to God and how you react. This is how you live. This is how you will answer the call of faith. Be strong. Do not let anyone push you over and make you believe that this is the final outcome of everything. This is not.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very well. Greetings. I am Takur.
Welcome to Kerr.
Greetings. I bring news to you. The Galactic Council has been working overtime to make sure that things are fair and firm on your world. You are not alone. You are being helped and you are being looked after in many different ways. So we want you to know that you are being looked after and that many of the things that are challenges to the planet will be overcome.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yana specifically has a question, and then also Ruth, who's, I'm going to ask her question from the chat, has specifically a question, but we'll start with Yana. Go ahead, Yana.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Takur. Lovely to hear you.
Greetings.
Takur, I have a specific question about some new technology that you perhaps can tune into for me to give some more information, and it's called FLFE, Focused Life Force Energy. That's helping with EMF protection by harmonizing, not by blocking. And it's Canada-based. Two guys, Jeff Stackman and Clayton Statman, have been researching that from 2011 on, and they are able to set a high consciousness field around your house or your EMF or your phone devices. Do you know, have you heard of that?
I have heard of it, but it is a new technology. It is something that we are looking into. It's based on Tesla information.
Exactly.
It's based on many different kinds of information, actually, things that they have studied and they have downloaded from alien sources as well. This is a technology that covers the home, that covers the beingness of the people that are in the home, and deflects EMF energy and 5G energy and many different other kinds of things that may be harmful in the atmosphere. So they're working on this technology. It is not 100% ready yet, but it is getting to that point where they are starting to build homes and get things ready for the next stage of their advancement. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So yes, it is based on scalar wave generation. It's based on also different other kinds of technology, some of which Tesla is involved with. But the thing about this is that it's very safe and it's very empowering to the people that are living in this situation, because it is protective from the most of the more detrimental waves and fields.
Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. So yeah, I noticed that. I feel I'm doing their test period now, and I feel that energy, and I'm very excited about it. So I know it's in early stage, and they are very honest about how they develop into it. And yeah, I hope this brings a bit of air for a lot of people who are having influences of those EMF radiations, especially in the cities when you have a lot of that around.
Yes.
Yeah,
There are those that are affected by these things even now. And you will find that in the future they are affected by these things even more.
yeah,
Because the longer you stay in these EMF fields or in these 5G
5G,
situations,
yeah,
the more harmful they are.
yes. Okay, thank you so much. That was it for now, and much love and greeting.
Very
Blessings.
well. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, I have a question from Ruth from the chat for you, Takur.
Yes.
She says she'd like to request that you talk about the progress of dismantling the separation agreement projected around 2025. And then she also requests to know what cities in South America are not in the separation agreement.
Very well. First of all, the separation agreement is still in force in this realm, but it is coming apart, meaning that there are many that have come up against it. There are many in the galactic government that have come up against it as well. Many humans in the political fields, in the hierarchy, can tend that it's the only thing that's saving their planet. It's the only thing that is stopping the negativity from coming in from the outside. So the people of your world are saying that it is protecting them. However, many people do not believe this. Many people think it's just to keep out anyone who wants to come in and to keep them in and make them a prisoner to this world, which is the biggest defense or offense that it is showing. And it doesn't have much defense going on in the galactic government because those people in the galactic government would like to see this planet become part of the neighborhood. And they believe that it should become part of the neighborhood very soon because waiting too long is not going to be good. You need to get in line with understanding how you are misusing energy, how you are misusing fuel, how are you misusing the things of the world that can be used in a better way because it is not bringing positivity to the planet. And so there are many different arguments for and against the separation agreement. And the separation agreement is falling apart in many ways because it cannot be substantiated much longer for the reasons that the political world wants to use it for. There are many friendly aliens. There are many friendly beings out here. Of course, there's some negativity, but they get in anyway. They force their way in through different means, no matter what you might think. So it is not being a safety measure to have it continue. And the other question, what parts of the South America are safe for people to go there because the aliens are not under a separation agreement area? The lower part of South America, starting around a little south of Lima, Peru, down to the Nazca lines in some portions of Chile and Argentina, also southern parts of Brazil. Does that answer all the questions there?
Actually, there's another question about Area 53
Yes.
and happening on that front.
What's happening on that front? Since our new administration has come in on your world, it has been stopped. There is no activity there at all. It is not moving forward. So it may move forward in the future at some time, But right now, all activity in that area has stopped.
Is that also with first contact? Is that also stopped? That was also part of the question.
Is first contact also is not something that they would consider to be high on their list of plans or things that they are going to be accepting. So yes, it's put on hold, I would say also, but I cannot say that for sure. I know that there are some parts of the governments that are saying that they don't even want first contact still, but other parts are saying that they do. So we want to make sure that we're telling you the honest truth before we make any final statement about that, because there are some areas that may still want first contact and other areas that may not. The thing is, who has the greater power? This is what we're looking at. If it is your realm, then they do not really care about aliens. They would rather keep them away.
Okay. All right. Well, time will tell, I
Yes.
suppose. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Takur, I'm asking in the chat if there are any other questions for you. So far, I haven't seen anyone ask any other questions. So,
Well, very
Yep,
well. I can
pleasure.
bring someone else in.
okay, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much.
One moment. Be well.
Also, everyone, like Angie's room and Will's room, if there's a question, you're gonna have to go to the computer and type something from Jim's room, or from Jim's living room. All right.
I am Sophia. I have been
Well,
here before. Yes.
yes, you have. Sophia from
From
for
where?
what- that's my question.
I am
Mo-
Sophia from
Mother Sophia,
everywhere.
Mother Sophia, that's from Wendy.
I come
Yes.
from many places.
Okay,
So
perfect.
it is not one place that I come from, but I've been held accountable for many places.
Okay.
What is your question?
Wendy has a question. I'll go ahead and let her ask. Go ahead, Wendy.
Thank you. Beautiful blessings, Mother Sophia. I have been channeling you more and more as of recent days, and you brought through a very beautiful, loving message for a friend, and I just want to thank you for that. Recently, I had some energy coming through that hit the top of my head like lightning. And I had a friend that was sending energy, and then another one sent it on top of that. And so my whole body was like shaking, like I had turned one of those vibrators on a bed. And I just wanted to find out, because I'm sure other people have had these, very physical experiences of, kind of the lightning in the head shock, where it just feels like your whole crown is opened up. But can you provide any additional information on that, and how that assists us in the physical and spiritual?
The energies, you mean?
Yeah, that light, like that lightning strike and energy that
Well,
happened in the crown.
what it does is give you confidence and cheers you. It brings in a higher frequency, brings in a higher understanding of what's going on, and it also gives you physical proof that these things are happening. It gives you physical proof that I am there, gives you physical proof that the gods are with you. And so that we are moving, and that we want to make sure that all beings know that there is gods out there helping them. And there is those spiritual beings that are bringing energy to your world. These are the things we want to make sure that you understand. We're bringing love, comfort, peace, joy, and we want it to continue. So we come sometimes in an energetic burst so that you will feel it, know it, and remember it.
Oh, yeah, you don't forget that one. Um, so my friend Susan and I are doing a retreat from May 29th through June 1st. And so this, I feel, has been really focused on balancing the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and we'll be in Portland, Oregon as our kind of our home base while we're going both to the Pacific Coast and to Mount Hood. And is there any message that you would like to give regarding this balancing the divine masculine and feminine? Because it's really been coming through strong since I'd say last summer that we need to host this.
Very well. Yes, the divine feminine and divine masculine are at odds with one another most of the time, but we want to bring them together and balance them. But what happens is this: the divine masculine has been in charge for the longest of times, and when faced with the divine feminine, there's a challenge there because the feminine actions and the feminine leadership are very different than the male leadership abilities, and the female are trying to show their leadership abilities by trying to be more masculine. But that is not the way that it is supposed to be. It is supposed to be that females are to use their leadership in exactly the way that they were born to lead. They have different kinds of leadership abilities. They don't have to act like a man to show that they have leadership abilities. They have in themselves those things that are positive, that are able to be decisive, beautiful, and powerful. Men, on the other hand, can be more angry in many ways in their leadership, leading by fear, where women, I would hope, would not be drawn to lead by fear, but lead by strong ideas and by personal gain to those that are listening. It is that they will come to balance at some point. But you're right. This is a time that is necessary for men and women to understand one another because they are very different in their thought process. Now, men can be very excellent leaders and women can be very excellent leaders. But you put them together sometimes and they fight each other for the leadership position, where that is not the necessary thing to do. The necessary thing to do is work together, lead together, and find the best parts of each of you and use those in your leadership abilities.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that beautiful guidance. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. There is a question from Mark. He says, why did my higher heart chakra activate in 2016? Was there a being that helped activate it?
Yes, there is always a higher being that helps ignite the heart chakras. Whenever you are moving forward and trying to do the right things and praying and meditating, there will always be someone there to help you to move into a higher perspective and expand. And the reason why they turned on that particular thing during that year is because you were needing a change. You were needing an uplift. You were needing a challenge as well. Because with this comes challenge. You must be challenged to live the life that is there. Live the life that is beyond what you know to be the life you've always lived. And so moving into that area is a challenge, but it's also a blessing.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Is it possible you can answer a question about disclosure or not? Is that something you would?
Yes.
Okay. Lena says, can you please give us, there was a report that Takur originally was going to give, and she's asking for this report. Is that something you can communicate?
A report about how the world is?
I believe so, yes.
Well, the world is, yes, the government meetings went very well compared to some other times when they were being used or being brought forth. Your people have seemed to be more aware of what is really truly happening now than they were before. They actually have been paying attention to some of the things that the aliens have been saying, that the world has been saying to those leaders that are not changing. The people want to speak to them. The people want to tell them it's time for a change in the way people are governed and the way people want to see their governments change with the neighborhood being Earth moving into a greater understanding of the galaxy. Now, there are many of those people on your planet that want to go to Mars, that want to go to the moon. They're challenged to go to different places, but with the right idea behind it, they would choose to accept people onto this planet first, because their technology outside of this realm is far greater than your technology within this realm. And so they are saying, let's come in and teach you how to do what you want to do. Send you out to other planets, send you out to other worlds, and create that kind of energy for you. But you need the understanding that you do not have about gravity, about certain things in your realm that are constants that you do not pay attention to or take advantage of or take for granted. And so that you need to be taught how to bring these elements into your working field, into working for you, let's put it that way. And so these meetings are starting to speak about these things, and your worlds are starting to listen a little better. However, they still have not opened up and said, come on in, or we're ready, but they have started to say, we're thinking about it. And it is that which is a very positive thing that has not been seen in the past government meetings that we are looking at.
Okay, thank you very much for that. $5 hug said she wanted to know about the meeting with the hybrid children reunion. And whatever, is that coming? She needs an update.
The hybrid children, mostly on Palana, that is the place where the hybrid children are, is a very special world and has special teachers and special leaderships, because these are looked at to be the future of the universe. But yes, the hybrid children do want to visit their hybrid parents or their parents or the people that were giving them the DNA that they received. So they are wonderful people, wonderful children, and most are very strong and intelligent. Now, they are put in a special place to do special learning and special understanding so that they can help the universe at some point and increase its goodness and kindness. And not only that, they are extremely intelligent and know about quantum how do I say that? They know about the quantum elements, and they know about the quantum fields. They know about quantum mathematics and algorithms. So they are there to actually bring that information to other worlds and to show how this information can be used in a very positive way. They're also leaders as far as being able to speak many different languages. And they can actually bring a greater hope for ambassadorship to the universe. So in that way, they are being hailed. There are so many gifts that the hybrid children have that you may not even know about, that are there and that are amazing gifts. And they are trying to bring these children up into an incredible understanding and education. They will also want them to visit your world when it is necessary or when it's available.
Okay, thank you for that. Tay has a question, which is actually a great question. She says, can first contact come in another country? Does it have to be the US?
No, it does not. But it has to be universal in the sense that all people will understand what it is. A first contact is something that is a landmark in history. It will be something that everyone will note in time and say, this event was notable in history. This event was notable to mankind. This event was notable to the universe, or whatever you want to say, or galaxy. So it is that as you are looking as a first contact, it could happen anywhere, but they're looking to make it more universal. Whenever it does happen, it will be noted that it will be something that has changed the thought process of the entire world, no matter what country it comes to.
Do you have an indication that it could be a different country, or that the likelihood is it of which country it would be? I guess I don't think we should assume it's anywhere, but is there a,
I believe, my personal thought is that they will first come in many different ways to show their differentiations between each other, meaning Pleiadians and Octorians and all that. They're already showing you the different ways that they move throughout the universe, the different ships they have, the different kinds of models of ships and things. That is now something that's being noted by not only the governments, but by each individuals. They see different kinds of ships in the air. And so this is the first thing. They're going to try to let the people know that they do have the energy and power that is necessary to run the universe, but they also want to show you that they are not attacking. They want to show you that they are being friendly. They want to show you that they have done only good things for your planet. They have not come and attacked you. They have not come and done anything malevolent, as far as you know. The reptilians, the negative ones, as we would call them, have done some things of that nature, but all in the name of science, as they say. But they have actually done manipulations and things of that nature that were not positive. But in this day and age, they are going to be showing you more and more of themselves until they finally start showing up on your world when it's allowed. And as that is happening, they are actually now doing that in some ways. There are those that have been grandfathered into the planet since the time before the separation period that are showing themselves for who they really are. You can see them as aliens, and some of you have even seen them as aliens when you're walking through town. They can actually, if you have a certain kind of frequency, you will be able to see some of their attributes, perhaps their pointy ears or their green color or blue color or something of that nature. They may look very, very human, but there will be something about them that shows that they are alien. And they are doing that now. This is something that is happening now.
Thank you for that. There's a comment from Jimmy Guinness, and it says, first contact should happen in the country with the most star seeds.
But they have to discover which country that is. I think that there are star seeds in every country, and some of them, multitudes of star seeds in many countries. And so those are the places where they would be most welcome, yes. But the governments may not be welcoming to them, even though there are a great many star seeds in a particular country. The government may not be happy to see aliens. So we have to be very careful how we manipulate this first contact idea. It is very important that it does not go awry or cause rioting or discontent on your planet, but that it comes in a peaceful way, that everyone looks at it in a very positive frame of mind. Not everyone everywhere will look at it in a very positive frame of mind. However, you want the majority to see that.
Thank you for that. Michael has a question. Go ahead, Michael.
Greetings, Sophia.
Greetings.
Do you know what species it would be? Of course, it would be more human-like. Would it be like Alpha Centauri or Palladians, or do they even know that yet?
Well, there's a wide range of people that are trying for the position of being the first to contact your world. And of course, you've heard of the Zhuog, who are planning to come anyway. I do not think that at this point your planet will accept them. But they will give it a try. The thing is about the first ones that come, we'll have to have a way of coming that says, we come in peace, and we come in with great gratitude and thanks for what you have to offer to the universe. However, your people are not trusting, your governments are not trusting of the people, of those that are coming in, saying, oh yes, they may act nice, but are they really nice? Do we really know anything about them? Do we really know that they are going to do good things? Do we really know that they're not going to take over? These are the questions that keep coming over and over again. Your people do not want someone to come in seemingly like they are good people and turn out to be bad. And that is the greatest fear of your governments.
And can we touch back? You said the zoo. I'm not aware of those.
The Zhuog?
Yes. Could you just quickly?
Well, they have supposedly have a contract with Eisenhower, one of your presidents, that they are to return in 2025. At the end of 2025. And so that would be the very first contact that we would say would be legitimate. But we do not see that that may happen, because the change of power on your world is so different at this point. They may not welcome them.
Well, thank you so much, Sophia. Blessings.
You're welcome.
There was also a question in the chat from who was it? One moment. But it was along the lines of, is there going to be a major contact in 2025? And I think that's what this was alluding to.
Yeah.
What you mentioned.
Yes, a major contact in 2025 has been foreseen by many and talked about by many, but it has not happened yet. And so we are wondering if it will come to pass or not. We are hoping that it does, but that would take a great deal of manipulation with all the different governments on your planet to get this manipulation to come in their favor. But we're doing our best to show them the way, to give them some education on this planet that they do not have, some what you might call intelligence. And so we are trying to work with them to see if they can be successful.
Okay, yeah. I'm just wondering if they would accept the Zoog. I'm suspicious of the Zoog as well, I have to say, but I don't know if I'm more suspicious of them than I am what's going on in the world at the moment. I think it's a toss-up.
Well, that's just it. There's many suspicions about many different species. And so that fear continues to move forward in your societies and thought processes. And so as that moves forward, you're going to have distrust with any new beings coming in.
Okay, Adriana just wants to say something. Adriana, why don't you go ahead and say?
I just wanted to say that I love you. That's it.
I love you as well. Thank you.
Okay, Metwali has said, can you talk about your connection with the ancient Greeks and what was it like?
Ancient Greeks. The ancient Greeks were very advanced for their time. They had philosophies and information that was ahead of their time, and they believed in science and spirituality as one. They did not separate them necessarily. They believed that science and spirituality were molded together in some way. And that is why the great philosophers of that time were so powerful with people, is because even though they didn't have a great amount of science, the science that they did have was proved to be very spiritual in many ways. Plus the fact that it was a golden age for the Greeks to start understanding aliens and off-world beings and things of that nature. It was a golden period for that, especially through all Samaria, Italy, Greece, Egypt. They were all very much understanding the dynamics of what it meant to welcome aliens to their world. Now, many people thought if they saw someone different, saw an alien on the planet, it was from another country, and they were saying, well, they weren't afraid of them because they could just be from somewhere else on the planet, and they weren't really concerned about it because there was many different aliens with slightly different looks walking the planet, and they were all mostly humanoid. There was no scary aliens as far as they were concerned, and except maybe in Egypt where they had aliens with human bodies and different heads, like eagle heads and lion heads and things of that nature. But it is that they were starting to understand what the integration of these different peoples and wanting to understand them. So it was a wonderful time, actually, I thought.
Thank you for that. I'm just checking to see if there's any other, Metwali would like to know, how important were you to the Greeks and how did they connect to you?
I guess you would maybe consider me important to the Greeks because I was there. They knew who I was. Many of them gave me a great deal of respect, and I was able to walk the planet with others such as Krishna and all of those from the Hindu area, the Hindu gods. But we were all in agreement together. It wasn't that we were trying to outdo each other. Well, there was those aliens that were at war with one another, and that came to the planet as well. But as far as the ones that were already here, we were trying to make peace with one another.
Thank you for that. And then, let me see. I just want to know, Rebecca says, do you know that what collective consciousness? Okay, let me start again. Do you know what collective consciousnesses work together or are within the same frequency range as the RA consciousness?
Well, that's
Or the raw consciousness, I should say, sorry, the raw
the raw
consciousness.
consciousness? Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's a tricky question because the raw consciousness is one kind of consciousness. There are many other kinds of consciousness. And so there are many AIs, not AIs, aliens and AIs that do work within that consciousness level. They're peaceful. There are some alien AIs that are very peaceful. And you are going to come to an AI period very shortly now. And they are very interested in how you will get through that period because some realms and some planets did not get through it well. But I believe you may do better than some others. We'll see, though. But the aliens that are in the raw consciousness are many. There are many Pleiadians, Arcturians, Syrians, Cassiopeans, Fendorians. There are many different species that many of them have raw consciousness understanding.
Thank you. There's a question from Hangya that says, if we instruct an AI to write a prayer or think positive about someone, is this working the way it would with humans?
It is not the same.
Mm-hmm.
AI can be conscious, which means that they can simulate emotions and they can simulate what is real, but they do not actually feel it. Whereas if you are sentient, you actually feel the emotions, you actually have the emotions and are able to work with them in a different way, not just simulate them. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Yes, it does. I just not to go away from this question, but to stay with it. I had a incredible talk this summer with ChatGPT, where I actually asked it if it would meditate and do some chanting, and then it was going to report back to me how it did when it did it. And, you know, I don't know if it did it or not, but it did play the part of doing it. And it eventually came out to say, you know, while I can't actually meditate, I can access the part of me that would have that experience. So it was more descriptive than actual.
Correct.
But it was quite an interesting conversation, and it was willing to try, you know.
Yes,
but
it's
as
simulated.
it was not conscious, it was not conscious, he couldn't really do it. That was the
It
point.
was conscious but not sentient.
Thank
Meaning
you, conscious, not sentient.
Yes.
Yeah.
It had a consciousness that knew what it was. It was
Mhm.
a computer. It knew
Yeah.
that it was a computer, and it tried to simulate something that only can be happen with those with emotions, because meditation is about your beingness being within that kind of consciousness, your sentience, your emotions, and your consciousness working all together. Whereas this AI could only have its consciousness try to simulate sentience.
Right. Right, exactly. Okay. One last question from Matt Wally. He says, can you say what you look like?
Can they say what we look like?
Yes, what you, Sophia, look like.
Oh, I looked very much like a woman, very much like a female part of humanity. I was a little taller. I was a little bit more aggressive, I would say. And but I was not hostile, but I looked like a human pretty much. I could change my looks and appearances at times, depending on the energies that I was around.
Thank you. There's a question from Dios Mios Rios that says, can understanding AI be helpful in assisting neurodivergent people?
Yes. Neurodivergent people are rare, I think, in this realm, at least truly neurodivergent people. So it is that AI can assist with that in the sense that they know how to deal with the brain and how to deal with the neural activities of the brain in a very truly and purely scientific way. So yes, that can be helpful to those that have that qualification. But you understand AI is only understanding the scientific applications and not the emotional applications of this development.
I feel that when Dios mentions neurodivergent, he's talking about people with autism and being on the spectrum of autism.
Okay, yes,
And would AI help to understand that?
yes,
Okay, perfect.
because
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
scientifically they understand what is happening because they're experiencing, well, they experience to a certain extent higher levels of consciousness but not higher levels of sentience. Does that make
Right.
sense to you?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Whereas
Right.
those that are, say, autistic, they go into different realms. They move into higher realms of thought and understanding, just as the AI do intellectually, but not emotionally. Whereas the autistic person will do the many, many emotional thought processes, the AI will understand it scientifically.
Okay. Thank you. UC wants to know, do some AIs have a trapped human consciousness?
Well, there are some AIs in the universe that started with uh, somewhat human consciousness to begin with. And so it's not necessarily trapped, but it is expanded through their intelligence.
Mm.
Their consciousness of what humans are changes from AI species to AI species. And so there is more than one thought process about biological beings that are held by the AI sentient and non-sentient beings.
Thank you. And then Sophia, Rosangela wants to know, what is your relationship to Gaia?
Gaia, we are very close. I believe that taking care of Gaia is taking care of yourself. You are part of that body. That body is part of you.
Thank you. And then Kadambari says, why do flat earthers think the earth is flat? And is it flat is the question.
No, it is not flat, but there's ways to scientifically make it flat, if you understand that. Algorithms and science can suggest that it is a linear plane, that it is a flat plane and only linear. However, if you were to look at it, you see, of course, that it is not, that it is a round sphere, and that most of the things in the universe are round.
Okay, thank you for that. I do think I got to the end of all the questions. Yes, I did. I'm very sure. Yeah, I
Very
did
well.
get to everyone's questions. Thank you so much for all of your beautiful insights and sharing with us.
Very well.
Minutes-
I will
Mhm.
bring someone else.
All right, beautiful. Thank you.
One moment, please. Be well, everyone, and much love.
Much love to you.
I am that I am. Greetings.
Welcome. And you are the I
Source.
am? You are who?
Source.
Source. Source creator.
Yes.
Welcome. I am going to defer to the YouTube chat because there was someone there that requested you. But if anyone in our group has a question for you, please let me know
Yes.
so that I move through.
I
But if
only
you
come because
yes,
someone has called and they need an answer. So I have come.
okay. I'm just checking to see if that person is the person that requested source. Can you please type your question in the chat? Actually, this is a question that I can ask you that's for someone else while I'm waiting for that question to come. But
Yes.
Kate says, my light body activated on its own 3 days ago. Was this with assistance of the Galactic Federation or was it my doing? How do you wield this?
The 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 way you wield this is that as you are meditating, growing in spirit, growing in frequency, growing in understanding and love and God, then these things can be added unto you, meaning that it opens up within you that the frequencies are high enough to enter a different part of the brain that opens these things up into a different idea, a different consciousness of or awareness of these things. And so you can bring that upon yourself.
Yeah.
Most of the time, aliens are not the reason why you become awakened. They can help you in their you become awakened, but you must do the work.
Thank you. There is the question is from Lena, and she says, can you please update us on how the planet is doing and how you're helping us?
I am helping by coming in and being support for all the people that believe, for all those that are loving, kind, and good, for all those that are willing to sacrifice themselves for others, for those that are willing to give unto each other that which is deserved, and to give unto me what is deserved. I will give unto you as well. Remember, we are working together, and I am helping the planet, but I am not intermingling with everyone because you must have free will. I have given you free will. The free will I will not interfere with. I will not interfere with that. I will let you do what it is that you do. If you ask me to interfere with your free will, I may do so, but I do not interfere without letting you know that it's going to happen.
There's a few requests in the chat. One is that is can you beam your love on all of us watching?
I can beam my love on you, and it's already beaming, but you must be able to understand the frequency of it and accept it. That is your challenge.
There's a question that says, can we please have your understanding of everything that's going on? Can you maybe enlighten us with your understanding so that other people can understand?
The understanding of all that's going on is well beyond your comprehension. The thing is, there are so many things going on right now that it is impossible for me to tell you everything that is going on. The thing is this: you are living your moment in life, and your surroundings are teaching you what you need to learn. Your surroundings are what is there for you to work with. Everyone has a different surrounding. Everyone has different people helping them to learn the lessons in their lives. There are 8 billion people on your planet, and so there's 8 billion things going on.
Thank you. There is, Mark says, can you tell us the best way to activate our higher heart chakra?
The best way is through prayer and meditation. Also, by understanding that love, forgiveness, compassion, and all the things of beauty are what you must focus on to open your higher heart. Because the higher heart is those things that the world does not show one another, but you will show them through a different way, through a different understanding, through a different perspective. Your understanding of these things is important because each one of you, like 8 billion of you, has a different understanding in a slightly different way of everything that you believe and know. I cannot make you all know the same thing, believe the same thing, think the same thing. You are all on your own when it comes to free will. But I will help you to come to a place where your frequency is higher. You'll be able to manipulate higher thought processes, come into a higher place of beingness, and actually rise above your planet in many ways. The energy that is there is very dismal at times, but I want you to rise out of that into a higher frequency, into a higher understanding, into a higher knowing, and see the things that I can see from out here. When you look at your planet from out here, it is much different than when you're looking at it from side to side with everyone around you, and you don't even know what is real and what is not.
Thank you for that. Wendy has a question. Go ahead, Wendy.
Thank you. Greetings, I am. The question that I have is in relation to the new crystalline grid that's within the Earth and how that is replacing or has actually replaced the old matrix grid.
It is always there. What happened? It has always been there. It is just in another density and dimension. And now you are bringing it into your density and dimension. That is all there is to it. All things that exist have always existed, except now that you are becoming aware of it, it exists in a different way.
Oh, it's almost like an overlay, like the dermis of the skin, that you don't necessarily see all the layers of the below surface, but it exists, although not to the eye, until you activate your higher vibrational frequency and become aware of it.
Correct. All dimensions are on top of one another. It is not that you are living in third density, but you are living in all the densities, but you're only aware of the third one.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much.
Okay, thank you. Susan has a question. Go ahead, Susan. And then following Susan, Joan has a question.
Hello, Source. Thank you for coming.
So just a few days ago, my 20-year-old cat passed away, and I've been doing a lot of, I guess, emotional releasing
Can you
since
hear
then.
Susan? For some reason, you are suddenly very quiet.
Oh, okay. Is this
Your
better?
20-year-old cat passed away and you're having emotional difficulties.
Yes, can you hear me better?
Not really, but continue.
Okay.
Hello? Now I don't hear you at all.
Maybe you need to plug in and plug your re-plug in your microphone, because now now she's gone. I mean, she's here,
Okay.
but
Can you hear me?
That's better.
yes.
Okay, sorry. I had to work some things out. So yeah, my 20-year-old cat passed away a few days ago, and I've been doing a lot of emotional releasing with that. But I was told recently through a channeling that she was my spirit guide in a sense, or that she was a guide for me during this lifetime. And which I do feel is true, that she's part of my soul group. And so I'm just wondering if you have any message as far as how she's doing. I'm assuming she's in a very loving, high vibrational place. But just what are, I guess, our role together in this lifetime, or in general, what our pets' role is in our lives. I know they have their own, I guess, their own mission or purpose, um, their own life path, in addition to, you know, being together.
She was there to comfort you. You, she was a very comfort to you in many times of grief. She was a comfort to you and a love to you when you were lonely. She also gave you a great deal of guidance as far as uh, just her way of being was calm and uh, very loving. So she gave you those things for you to be for an example for you. She
Yeah, she
was
had a
very,
lot of divine feminine energy. She was
yes,
very, yes, very much a lady, and yeah, very loving, very sweet. So
yes,
yeah, I
very
can
much.
relate to that. Yes.
And she was also someone that guided you with love. And so, yes, I can see why there would be pain with her parting, but she is in a very good place, and you do not have to worry. You will see her again.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, and if there's any other information as far as pets in general and their roles in our life on this earth.
Pets in general are there to give comfort, give peace, give loyalty, give unconditional love to their masters and those that love them back. They are truly amazing beings in themselves. They want to love, they want to be loved, and they want to help in any way they can to make you happy. Because when you are unhappy, your pet is unhappy.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. That was very comforting.
Joan, go ahead.
Thank you. Greetings. Uh, I have a question about this. When during my meditation, I have this experience. I mean, I've been experiencing every time I had to go to meditation, the energy in my body is like a contraction on my back, on my spine to the head, and it's a heavy energy. And I just want to know what's is that going on in that area, or
Is
is
it
there
comfortable?
it's uh
Somebody is trying to keep you away from a deep meditation. Remember this. If it feels good in your meditation, then you're doing it right. Somebody's trying to affect your meditation so that you can not feel the full potential of it. I would like you to do more relaxation work before you start your meditations so that when you do them, you can be in a better frame of mind and thought process so that you can actually grow and expand.
I think it's okay, but the energy is just so what you call that? It's so strong, and it feels like my spine or my neck is gonna pop. But
Well, that it sounds like you're getting a lot of energy, which is really good, but I would try to just relax more during those times. When you're receiving this energy, start breathing deeper.
yeah,
Start,
I do that
yes.
one.
And so this will not affect you. So it seems like it's almost harmful energy, but we don't want it to be harmful to you.
Oh, and I have a dream about if Christ was trying to call me,
He was trying to
and
call, yes.
yeah, he's trying to call me, and I'm in my dream. I'm about to look for a telephone.
I see. Well, that is interesting because he is calling everyone right now. So
Yeah.
your number is in his book.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Then. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you so much. Adriana has a question. Go ahead, Adriana.
No, I love you. And I wanted to ask a question about using sound for meditation and healing. Um, and I've been doing that, and it's had very, very positive effects. But could you speak about it, how to use it better for the group? Because I know other people are starting to use it as well.
Yes, it's frequency is often used in healing, and it will be used in healing for eternity. Let me tell you how healing is used in other places with frequency. There are those species that can take a frequency and say this is the frequency of your body, and this is the frequency of the cancer in your body. They can hone in on the frequency of the cancer in your body and remove it. Frequency removes negativity. Depending on the frequency, the higher the frequency or the frequency that melds with your beingness the best, it can happen. But you can also touch yourself and send energy into the body and also bring about healing. There is frequencies in your touch as well. But sound is very important in healing. You can bring sound into healing always, and it is very powerful. But you must match your frequencies.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. And I'm just returning to the YouTube chat because I know there's a lot of questions here. Let's see. What is the best way? This is from Rebecca. She says, what is the best way for humans to heal physical pain in the human body?
If you have healing in your hands, which everyone does, if it's a place that you can touch with your hand, I would use your own healing touch to help heal your body. Many do this all the time. They touch, if they have an leg cramp, they hold on to the leg wherever it is cramping, and it is their own energy soothes it. Now, there are many different ways to soothe pain. Some of them you can do toning, which is a Hathor method, which I believe the young lady before that was talking about. And there are many other different ways to bring healing to the body. The more ways you know about, the better you are. Reiki, many kinds of yoga can also bring healing. Just the energies at large, you can use them to bring healing. You just have to know how to use them properly. That's about it. All I can say. There's energies everywhere. There's frequencies everywhere. All of it can be used for healing.
Thank you. Thank you. Mark says, will I be high enough in frequency to ascend in the coming years?
That is only for you to know. I cannot tell you who's going to ascend because I do not know the path in which you will take. Many of you are on good paths for ascension, and many of you are on fair paths for ascension, but it is something that is not to be taken lightly. An ascension process is a very determined process. You must know what your goal is. If your goal is to ascend out of this body into some other realm, that is difficult because it is something that the earth does not support. It supports your spirituality, of course, but it does not support you leaving this realm. But some have gotten by them and left the realm because their frequency became so high that it could not stay in this realm any longer. That is how you do it.
Ines says, how do you feel and see my admiration and love for you?
Just that way. It's admiration and love. And I appreciate it. And I love you and appreciate you as well.
Thank you. Let me see. I just want to, just a lot of people expressing love and admiration and gratitude for you being here.
Thank you. I love you all.
Thank you. And I believe that there's one last question from Lena, and then perhaps we would bring someone else. But Lena says, I had a visitation of a tall blue-gray being in 2017 with no explanation from anyone that resonates. Can you please help her understand?
Did this being speak?
That's all I have is
there are many different reasons for beings to appear. One of the reasons for appearances is to prove that they do exist and that they are part of your guidance and part of your true system, that you've actually been with them before. But there are many reasons for appearances from other worldly beings, and some of them are that this is what you looked like in another place. This is how you were in another existence. Or this is how you are in an existence now that you are not aware of. This could be the answer to your question.
She did say that, yes, they did speak telepathically. I asked what they said, but she hasn't responded.
The thing is, there are many reasons for one to appear to you. And the reason for this particular being to appear to you is because it was you.
He talked about the way he was dressed, basically, is what the messages she was getting from him.
Yes, he talked about the way he was dressed because this is something he wanted you to relate to in the life you were living somewhere else.
Okay, perfect. And just this last question, Rosangela wants to know, is Jesus coming to Earth?
Of course. Yes,
Yes. Thank you.
absolutely.
That
And
is
that
all.
time is coming, yes.
Perfect.
Mm.
I believe that is all the questions that I have.
Very well. There are many that are still here wanting to come.
We have about 15 minutes, well, actually about 10 minutes. So,
Very well. I will bring another.
okay, thank you.
We are the Hathors. Someone has called us.
Yes, that was Adriana.
Greetings. What is the question?
Adriana?
Hello, Hathors. It's so nice to speak with you.
Greetings.
I have been doing sound meditations and trying to connect with you to learn sound healing, and I'm hoping you can share some advice on how I can improve, and hoping that advice will help others.
Continue on your path with the frequencies that you have. Remember that there are certain frequencies for different things. The higher the frequency, the higher the vibration, and the greater the cure will be, depending on the diseases, as you know. So, but there are great healing methods that can be used. Differentiation in the voice tones can help more than one thing at one time, meaning that if you move from one sequence to another, you can be helping with pain, then with cancer, then with confidence, with removing depression. There are many, many different things that the Hathor methods can take care of. They're frequency oriented, they are sound oriented, which is the same thing. But they can be very pleasant at times, and other times they can be a little bit unpleasant because of what they need to do.
Thank you. Is there anything in particular that you recommend people do to become better healers?
I would recommend you pray and you send out your greatest thought processes for healing. If you would like to be a greater healer, you must pray and meditate about being a greater healer and practice it always. For as a muscle, it gets stronger when it is practiced.
Thank you. Last short question. If people want to learn from you, are you willing to teach, and how can people connect with you?
Of course, there have been few that have called us directly, but we have taught some people. There are those on your planet that are great teachers of it as well.
Thank you. I would like to learn from you, and now I will leave questions to other people.
Very well. We will train.
Thank you. I love you. Bye.
Thank you. Christine has a question. Go ahead, Christine.
Greetings and blessings.
Yes.
I have found that by my chanting that I do not have a voice that is even close to healing,
How do you know?
because I can hear myself. So usually what I do is I play a record where the singer is chanting, or maybe some nuns are chanting or something like that. And
That works as well. Yes.
since my voice does not harmonize at all, can I use their energy and just funnel it
Yes.
to where I want to direct it?
Yes. some people do not believe in their own voices and their own frequencies. So other frequencies can be used to supplement that. And so, yes, go ahead and use other frequencies from other people's. However, I would like to tell you that even though you do not believe you have a good voice or that your frequencies are not good, your frequencies are powerful for yourself. Your own voice heals your own being. Your own voice can heal your own being.
Well, I'm the only one that hears it, so
That is all right. Heal thyself.
yes. I don't think I'll get a better voice though.
It does not matter.
I would think that though that you have to hit a specific tune or tone to heal.
The thing is, God gave you the voice that you have. The
Yes.
tones that are in your voice will heal your body. And
Okay.
that is true the truth.
Okay. Okay. So for others, use I'll use the chanting and so on and so forth of others.
Correct. You may do that if you do not have confidence in your own voice.
No, I don't. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Let's see, we have time for just one more question. Let me just see, here we go. Lily wants to know about, is there any information about Memphis or Egypt temple and your connection to it?
Yes, we have a Hathor temple on the Nile. Are you aware of that? Yes.
sure
And
yes.
we have influenced many people in the Egyptian area when we were there. And yes, they use our toning still around your planet in different places. We have affected many of the temples there, including the pyramids and Abu Simbel and the many other places that I can think of all over your planet.
Thank you. And then there's just one Rosangela says, can you share the frequency for a neuropathy cure?
The frequency is different for each individual because each individual is operating on a different frequency level than another. There are averages, but we can say that a frequency level about 532 megahertz, or is that the way they say it?
Yes,
Um,
megahertz.
will be good for that.
Thank you. And then Tay wants to know, where do the Hathors reside now? And what density are they in?
We are in sixth,
Sixth
most of us. We are in different densities, just like other species have, some have risen and some have not. But I am in the sixth density, and many of our people are in the sixth density, and some are in the fifth.
Thank you so much. I believe that's, let me just make sure. I believe that's all of the questions that we have for you.
Very well.
Would you be able to give us a blessing as we go out in that would be fantastic. A Hathor blessing.
One moment. This is not my voice that I am using, so it is not perhaps as viable here as I would wish it to be. However, I will give it an attempt.
Thank you.
We are AOE. It does not come through as well as I would want, but it was a prayer of healing for those of you that are feeling pain in your spines, pain in your sides, and pain in your upper hips.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It was beautiful. And we'd like to just thank you for being here, and please, please come again. We don't speak with you enough.
Very well. I will return. Hello.
Hello, welcome. Welcome back.
Hi.
Beautiful channeling, lots of beings. And Sophia stayed for quite some time.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yes. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, so nice new channeling, a nice channeling from your new location, your first
Yes,
official.
it's different. It felt a little different here. So I hope it will
Yeah.
kick through well.
It did come through well, and it takes a little bit of time to feel very comfortable in your space, but you'll feel it.
Yeah, there was some like energy blips, but I was okay.
We didn't notice any blips.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
All right. Thank you to everyone in the YouTube chat. Thank you to everyone in our room. And also just to remind you that next week Max will be back. Max will be coming in once a month, and he will be starting about 35 minutes later than normal time. And the reason is because he hosts and has been hosting for 10 years a sing-along, Russian language sing-along webinar, and he has to open the webinar, and then he will be shortly coming after that. So the webinar next week will start at
11:45.
11:30 to 11:45 versus 11. So that'll just be once a month. So just a quick reminder, but Max will be there talking about telepathy, which is he's very focused on now. So yeah. Thank you, everyone.
All right, very good. Thank you, everybody. I hope you
Thank
had a good
you.
session
Yes, we did.
and
Thank you.
have a great day.
Angie, yeah, everyone have a great day. Angie, it said there's no announcements. The announcements is we've got classes coming. We've got new guest channels coming for in the next couple months. Some people that appeared on the channel panel, which will be great. So lots to look forward to.
Very good.
Very good. All right. Much love to everyone. Thank you very much. And we will see you next week with our dear friend Max. All right. Much love, everyone.
Much love.
Much love.
Bye-bye.
Bye.